Hello, how are you doing? Welcome back to some more F1 Manager 2022 and another part of our McLaren career mode. Today we are back with our home Grand Prix at Great Britain, Silverstone. Always an exciting race. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully you guys are too. If you are enjoying the action, then make sure you do give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 Manager videos. And we are closing in on the big 100 within the next week. So, yeah, thank you for all of your support with that. Lando Norris still very much in the championship battle, along with Oscar Piastri in the top 10 as well, which is really good to see. Last year, of course, Carlos Sainz won the British Grand Prix ahead of Lewis Hamilton in second place. Verstappen finished third ahead of Gasly in fourth. Lando Norris finished 10th for McLaren last year. If we have a look at what happened last time out in Canada, it wasn't the best race. Lando Norris was dominating the race, of course, locked up, crashed into the wall, and unfortunately for him, couldn't make it back into the points. But Oscar Piastri did well to finish in 9th place to get us at least 2 points. Right then, let's get ourselves immersed into the action. First things first, Oscar Piastri has a development point, so we'll add one to his cornering. And we'll have a look at the other guys. No, nothing for those. What about the staff? Nothing for them either. Right, let's continue on, because we have got some designs that are going to be finished. So our new underfloor is ready to manufacture. Yeah, we're going to have to rush through 2, I think. Might even have to do 2 emergency ones. And then 2 more. So, let's get that one on the car. And then manufacture 2 more normally. That does cost a decent amount of money. Money that we don't necessarily have. Let's keep going. Our new rear wing is ready as well. So let's go and grab a couple of them. Well, we need 1 emergency one, which we can pop onto Lando's car straight away. And then we can get 3 normals. Okay, and when does the next period start? So it ends today, starts tomorrow. So here we go. Let's get ourselves some more developments through and get another underfloor going. Yep, trying to use as much of our knowledge as possible here. And this will probably be the last development we put through for the underfloor. That'll be our last big upgrade. And we'll try and get one through for the rear wing as well. I think we might leave it at that and then throw the rest behind research. Okay, right. Let's continue on then. And yep, I think should be able to get the new rear wing on the car. Let's just have a little look at the car analysis. Yeah, it's not too bad. Certainly in dirty air, we're pretty strong, so I think we can have a good weekend here. Ferrari not looking great. It was Alpine that were the quickest, wasn't it? How are Red Bull looking now? Yeah, Red Bull improving their car. Aston Martin, of course, not doing too badly either. Okay then, let's get ourselves into this British Grand Prix. So we'll get somebody through at the top 10 shootout. Both drivers through to Q2. We will guarantee at least one of our drivers will finish in the points. And we've still got this race streak going. Right, here we go then for the British Grand Prix. Can't wait.
We're here in legendary Silverstone, where the very first Formula One World Championship Grand Prix was held back in 1950. It's a place where every tuft of grass breathes motorsport, and the crowd are already crackling with excitement. Silverstone demands a lot of power from cars, with numerous twists and historic turns. Downforce is going to be a key factor to manage if teams want to succeed here. We're about halfway through the season now, and there's still plenty of time for everything to change. All eyes are on the teams and how they tackle the rest of the year. So, without further ado, let's get started.
Right then, we are ready to rock and roll this weekend. We are going to get some rain in qualifying, so that could definitely spice things up. So I'll be right there with you for Q1. Right, here we go then. We need to keep an eye on the weather. It looks okay for Q1,
yeah, I'm ready to
but we'll get Piastri out there straight away. Same for Lando, and we'll try and get that first time on the board for any potential inclemental weather. So here we go then. Oscar Piastri starts his flying lap around this beautiful Silverstone circuit. And how is he going to get on? Little lift through there. I'm expecting both drivers to compete for the top 10, really. And, you know, we got two big upgrades on the car. We should be pretty much ready to rock and roll. With the top 10, Lando Norris was second in third practice. So his pace is pretty good. Of course, he's going to have the motivation of being here at his home Grand Prix. The Alfa Romeo is currently quicker now into Maggots and Beckett's. You can see there's a Red Bull not too far ahead on track. Is he going to get in the way of Piastri here? Just a little bit. Not too bad though. Norris coming through as well. I think Norris should be alright. Let's hop on board with him. Yep, that's alright. So Piastri through the final section. Daniel Ricciardo goes quickest with a 125.4. What can Piastri do as he comes round the final corner? It's going to be into the 125s, but it's only a 125.9. Lando Norris over the line. He goes a little bit quicker, but still slower than Daniel Ricciardo. Interesting. So, definitely worth thinking about going out again. Did have you? Oh, it was Porsche, I think, has crashed.
We've had a crash.
Let's have a little look at this. So it was turn 3.
It was the AlphaTauri driver involved.
Has he gone into the back? Oh, big lock-up.
Collision there. That's very unfortunate.
Yeah. And I think the Mercedes is okay. Very lucky in the end. Let's see how it all ends up looking. Yeah, Piastri definitely going to have to go out there again. Now with Porsche already out, that of course helps out Piastri. I think Norris is probably safe, so I don't think we need to go out again with him. Let's get Piastri out there in the midst of it. See if he can get a little bit of a slipstream on his lap. So comes through the first sector, and green he is. He's probably the perfect distance behind the Williams as well. So Norris, I think, should be alright. Giovinazzi in the top 10 for Williams at the moment, so I suppose, you know, we really are seeing that Piastri can improve. hopefully will improve as Ricciardo. No improvement for him. Leclerc stays 5th. Ocon goes into the top 10. What about Vettel? He's up to 5th now. As Russell comes across the line. He goes 4th. Good stuff from him. And now it's going to be Tsunoda over the line next. And then Piastri. So Tsunoda goes over the line. He doesn't improve. Piastri does. He jumps all the way up to 4th place. Ahead of his teammate. That's a massive lap from him. Perez is out, Tsunoda is out, Stroll is out. What about Albon? Can he get himself through? Yes, he can. And he knocks out our former driver, Valtteri Bottas, who goes out in Q1. But what a positive session for the McLaren cars. 4th and 5th in Q1. Very, very good indeed. But we know that rain could well be coming at any moment. Now, yeah, I think for that reason we're going to have to go out on new soft tyres.
Radio check, radio check.
Although it doesn't say
Radio check.
we're going to get any rain at all. So maybe we can risk it. Let's get Norris out there. And Piastri on the old soft tyres. If Norris can get a good time in, then he shouldn't have to go out a second time. So here is Lando Norris. Let's hop on board with him. Piastri coming around the final corner. Looks like Piastri's going to come into some traffic through turn 1, is he? No, I think he's passed. So that's actually worked out pretty well. Lando Norris purple in the first sector. Piastri, I don't think will be too far behind him. A 25-1 plays a 25-1. Norris nearly had a moment there with the Alpine. I think he's okay though. Comes through the middle sector. That's a 37-2. We'll keep an eye on Piastri. Can he get past Hamilton in this sector? Aston Martin sort of gets out the way. That's alright. That's alright. So it's going to be Norris now coming up to the line. Lando Norris wants to be in the low 25s and it's a 25.6. So pretty much matches his time from Q1. Let's have a look at how they're getting on. Yeah, so Norris's middle sector was okay. Here comes Piastri then. Remember, on the old soft tyres. Comes round the final corner, hoping to be in the low 25s and 25.8 I think in the end, so 2.5 tenths off his teammate. So let's watch everybody else come through, and well, currently Norris first and Piastri third. Russell takes top spot. Verstappen pops up into third, so it's not awful for us at the moment. But we will put on some new soft tyres for the final run here. The Aston Martin's looking in trouble. So who's going to get out first? Piastri goes. And then Norris goes. So Norris, of course, is going to get the slipstream of his teammate. Oh no, sorry, Norris went out first. So Piastri is going to get that slight benefit. And let's watch the Australian as he goes through. This first sector. Norris coming through now. How's his time in the first sector? Not as good. Piastri comes through and he is better. Between them, a 21.111 and a 21.129. So Norris still slightly quicker than Piastri, despite not being a personal best. So it's going to be one of the Aston Martins that comes up to the line first. In fact, it's going to be Carlos Sainz that comes over the line first here. So here he comes round the final couple of corners. Carlos Sainz is going to come up to the line. Can he improve, or is he going to be stuck in 8th place? Sainz over the line. He goes top. Excellent time from him. Gasly goes 6th. What about Ricciardo? Ricciardo's up to the first position. He's through. Ocon up to 5th. So that puts Piastri in trouble here. Lando Norris quicker in the middle sector than he was last time out. Here comes the Mercedes of Russell. He's fine. Norris over the line. He goes 4th. Piastri up to 5th. Excellent result for him. Gasly's out then. Hamilton comes through. He's out. Lewis Hamilton at his home circuit is out of qualifying. Verstappen has gone up to 2nd. Giovinazzi up to 13th. Albon is up to 11th. Zhou Guanyu up to 12th. So both McLarens are through to Q3, 5th and 6th in the end. But Lewis Hamilton, the big story, the world champion, the world championship leader, or, you know, would be if Sainz, or the runner-up at the moment, I should say. Sainz is the championship leader. But Lewis Hamilton, the defending world champion, 8-time world champion, is out of qualifying here at Silverstone. But Daniel Ricciardo, purple in Q1 and Q2. Are we expecting some rain pretty soon here? I think we need to go out there on the soft tyres pretty quickly. Not very good confidence levels of the car. That's probably causing a few of our issues.
Radio check. Yeah, all good.
Yeah, again, it doesn't say that we're going to get any rain, so green. I think perhaps we just leave it to chance and one run here. So yeah, sorry folks. Thought we were going to have some rain, but apparently the weather forecast not right. As George Russell is on pole position. Daniel Ricciardo currently 2nd, then Verstappen, then Sainz. But I tell you what, our boys do have a decent chance here. Piastri goes out first. There goes Norris following him in the middle of the pack, which is quite nice. Piastri's going to have a lovely little slipstream from Vettel. So this is going to be an interesting final lap. We are going to watch Lando Norris as he goes through it. So here we go then. Can we dislodge George Russell from pole position? I think we can get 4th and 5th here if we put in our best possible lap time. So here we come through the first sector. Piastri goes through, and Piastri is green. That's not bad. Norris comes through and he's green as well. So what we looking at here, 25.0, which is definitely quicker than what we managed in Q1 and Q2. So Piastri currently is the man that's quicker. And I wonder if a big part of that is the fact he is getting a lovely little tow from Sebastian Vettel ahead of him. He comes through Copse, and now Maggots and Beggots. This is the last part of the lap where you really struggle with dirty air. But Piastri doing a great job as he comes through Maggots and Beggots with flying colours. Decent middle sector, 37.1. What can Norris manage? He's a 37.1 as well, but Piastri's quicker at the moment. And he's going to fly through the final couple of corners here. He's had a brilliant final sector. Look how much he's catching up to the Alpine. As the Ferrari comes over the line, doesn't improve. What about Vettel? Vettel doesn't. Piastri over the line, he goes 5th. What about Norris? Norris over the line, he goes 3rd. Excellent time from Lando Norris. Final sector was absolutely terrific. And, well, he gets very, very close. But it's going to be George Russell that is on pole position. Very well played to him. And, well, Daniel Ricciardo was purple in Sector 1. Q1, sorry. Purple in Session 2. Unlucky in the end to not have pole position. But he's going to be in the race for victory tomorrow. Lando Norris will start third ahead of Verstappen in fourth, as Sainz is in fifth, as we have seven different car manufacturers in the top 8, and that is just a testament to how close the racing is between these guys this season. It is pretty unbelievable. Anybody can win it, and well, it is a British driver on pole position, perhaps not the one that we were expecting. George Russell is on pole position.
It's race day, and final preparations are underway.
Qualifying went well for McLaren, and they're set to start this race feeling quite comfortable. Alpine demonstrated a lot of grit during qualifying here, and will be hoping that the hard work pays off when it comes to the race. The weather is very overcast here, and teams are staring at the sky watching for the first sign of rain. Strategies might have to be quite flexible going into today's race.
Well, we're 52 laps away then from crowning the winner of the British Grand Prix. But one thing is for certain, it's going to be sensational.
Right then, of course it is going to be the race day. We can put in a guarantee slot for our position gain from both drivers. So we are going to try and risk it here and say we're going to finish first and third. That might be a little bit of a disaster. We might lose some money, but we could gain some big money. Let's get going then with the British Grand Prix. Do need to do strategies. Yeah, I mean, is a 2-stopper going to be quicker than a 1-stopper? Not by much, to be honest with you. Perhaps a 1-stopper is the way to go and try and hang on to it. We are going to go with the alternate strategy for Oscar Piastri, though. He's going to start on medium tyres, perhaps be a little bit more aggressive in his stints and see what he can do. So let's get into the race. It should be a cracker. And who's going to come out on top? Will it be Oscar Piastri? Will it be Lando Norris? Who knows? Or is it going to be neither of them? Are they going to make mistakes? That's possibly more likely as we head into the 2026 British Grand Prix. Here we go.
Position on the grid, and it's looking like a cloudy day. And there's Lando Norris. They've managed a third-place start for this race, but can they turn it into a win? And it's the other McLaren. They might not be in the top 3 spots, but things could change fast once the race gets underway. Will their hard work pay off today? Hold on tight, it's the British Grand Prix. And it's lights
out. Away we go here in Great Britain. It's a good start off the line for George Russell, and it's going to be Lando Norris that follows him through turn 1, although Daniel Ricciardo is looking very, very good as well. But Lando Norris follows through his compatriot into second place, but Daniel Ricciardo is fighting hard to try and get back at him, but won't manage it this lap. Excellent start from George Russell, though, as he is leading this Grand Prix. Lando Norris is there in second. Piastri loses out to Charles Leclerc. That's a bit of a disappointment, but he does immediately try and go round the outside here, and that turns into the inside line. That's a very good move from Oscar Piastri. He's also having a little look at Carlos Sainz. Very, very good here as he now flicks to the outside of Copse Corner, and we've got Verstappen. Oh my goodness, this could be a pretty intense Copse Corner as they go 3 wide. Oh my goodness, is there a crash? No, just sparks. Oh, I thought Verstappen and Sainz had crashed, because we could see some sparks up ahead as Lando Norris takes the lead of this British Grand Prix. I don't know how he did it. Must have went down the inside of Copse Corner on George Russell, and the crowd are going wild as Lando Norris, this man's Mr. Consistency, has done very, very well in the races, but tends to make a mistake if he is leading the way by a lot. Now then, here comes Oscar Piastri. He's going to be having a look at Max Verstappen potentially into this first corner. Of course, stay close. And then into turn 3. No, doesn't quite make a move that time, but will now have a little look down the Wellington straight. Gets a nice wide exit and now is going to use his ERS deployment. This is a great run for Oscar Piastri. Will he pull to the inside here? And will Max Verstappen be able to hold him off? He will, just for now. Lando Norris already 1.2 seconds ahead of George Russell here. Time to head into neutral ERS as we now have a chance with Oscar Piastri. He is going to be having a look at Max Verstappen through Maggots and Beckett's, and I'm sure he will use his ERS overtake button on the hanger straight. What an intense start to this British Grand Prix. Let's keep an eye on this. Piastri is closing in on Max Verstappen. He uses a little burst of overtake. Is he going to go around the outside of Stowe? He's having a look. He's staying in there, but Max Verstappen defends well. But now a potential route down the inside as Piastri tries it on Max Verstappen, but Verstappen does hold his own.
DRS is enabled.
And now, what a move from Piastri. He is through, finally. At the start of lap 3, he is through just before the DRS becomes enabled. And that's perfect, really.
And McLaren with a great overtake.
And Lando Norris 1.5 seconds ahead of George Russell in second place. George Russell still holding off Daniel Ricciardo. DRS, of course, becoming available this lap. Can Daniel Ricciardo close in on George Russell? Ooh, he's having a little look, you know. He is having a little look. Remember, Daniel Ricciardo, we think, is the quickest driver. And there is Daniel Ricciardo then, side by side with George Russell as they head towards Copse Corner. This is going to be a crazy manoeuvre. And they are side by side. And Daniel Ricciardo keeps it locked in on the inside. And they will now go side by side into Maggots and Beckett. Who is going to come out on top in this battle? I don't know. George Russell will have DRS here. And he's going to re-overtake. And, well, Ricciardo might lose out to Carlos Sainz as well here. Sainz goes round the outside of Stowe. And Piastri doing well to just stay with these guys at the moment. But a very intense start to this British Grand Prix. We'll zoom it through a little bit. I expected Norris to comfortably hang on to that lead, although with the help of DRS, people behind could find themselves slingshotting towards Norris. Norris, when he's in clear air, is definitely quicker than them in general. Now, let's be a little bit more aggressive with Norris and try and build that gap out a little bit over the next few laps. And he's built that lead up to 2 seconds now. This is good. Back to standard he goes. So yeah, Norris has got that 2 second gap to the cars behind, and this is working out quite nicely. Now Oscar Piastri, I think let's try and harvest some energy for him. Oh, and we've got a safety car, have we? I'm not sure. I don't think there is going to be a safety car. There are definite yellow flags, and it was Sergio Perez, I think, lower down the order. No, it must be Leclerc, and Leclerc locked up. Oh, and he was crashed into by Kevin Magnussen. No, it was Vettel, actually. My apologies. And we are desperately trying to get Piastri's deployment level back to full. And then he can have a little go at the guys in front. So back to normal. We should be virtually at full blast. Yeah, 83% now. Now what he needs to do is get nice and close. Pretty good for Oscar Piastri, so we're now going to deploy.
So use energy.
I'm going to try and make the moves on the hangar straight here. Just got to position his car correctly. That ain't bad. Let's see what he can do out of this final corner. He's desperately trying, isn't he? But it's going to be tough. I think maybe he can attack a little bit more. No, it doesn't seem to be happening. I suppose let's maybe put our eggs into the undercut with Piastri. He is going a little bit more aggressive, so should be able to come in and get that undercut. So time to zoom through. Norris still leading the way very nicely. 2.5 seconds is the gap for him. And we're all pretty spread out, aren't we? And well, Piastri's made the move on Carlos Sainz. He is through.
McLaren
no undercuts in sight there. Let's have a look at this.
Now just
and yeah, you can see he positioned his car well, pushed out Sainz, and then got the extra traction on the exit up towards Copse. Excellent stuff around the old start-finish straight.
The driver's team there cheering them on.
Very, very good. And now Piastri may well have another chance here. Well, what's actually happening to the guys in front? I suppose, you know, Piastri's tyres are a hell of a lot worse than those, but he's staying with them. Got Russell and Ricciardo. Oh, Ricciardo's in. So he's now going to get the undercut on Piastri. I think that means Piastri has to come in this lap. That's my opinion anyway. So he should be within striking distance of Mr. Russell here. Let's see how close he's getting. This is pretty damn good, isn't it? And he's right in that slipstream. Through Copse he goes. And now he'll pass him down the hangar straight.
Drop back a bit.
Here we go. DRS enabled. Maybe not quite. But here we go then. Piastri into the pit lane. Oh, and there goes Sainz and Verstappen as well. So it looks like the two-stopper is what's going to happen today in general. Now Piastri needs to make the most of this. Fastest lap from Oscar Piastri, I think, because he's through the pit lane. Oh, he's been held up.
Sainz has pitted.
Oh, that's horrible. Piastri's lost a massive amount of positions there and a massive amount of time.
Leclerc has pitted.
And there goes Ricciardo. Yeah, he is through. So now Piastri has to work hard to get back into touch with Verstappen. Oh, that's not great. Sainz, Sainz is even worse off than Piastri. So Norris leading the way, looking very, very chill out front. A few more laps until he will be coming in. Right, let's keep an eye on Piastri. I would imagine that he will fairly quickly catch up to the others. Now Norris has got to be a little careful here. I think some drivers are getting caught in traffic. Still doing a good job out front. Hamilton's struggling to get past his old teammate Bottas. That's a bit of a problem for him. So another couple of laps for Norris. Albon in. Now where does Albon come out? Yeah, a long way down. Now what we don't want is Norris to come out behind Ricciardo. So here we go. Let's see what he can pull off here. Now I'm struggling to work out what tyres
Box this lap. Yeah, confirm.
Piastri's going to go on to here.
100% pace, 100% pace.
We can't actually decide it from here. Well, meanwhile, Piastri is having a little look here at Max Verstappen, and he is through, which is a pretty important move, and he's now just behind.
That's it.
George Russell.
McLaren have got some momentum going.
So what can he do here? Yep, popping back into standard mode. And Norris will be coming in this lap. So there he goes, he's into the pit lane. Might end up being fastest lap here.
Okay. And just remind you, use the pit limiter in the pit lane.
So here comes Piastri from a long way behind. On George Russell. Can't make it stick. Norris leaving the pit box now. Is he going to come out ahead of Ricciardo? I think he is. Not a massive amount ahead, but is ahead nonetheless. And on fresh, hard tyres, I think Norris should be okay now. There he is. So Norris still 2 seconds ahead of Ricciardo. That's pretty decent. And now we should see Piastri getting past George Russell. But Piastri will be coming into the pits again. Yeah, if I go into that, I don't see... I mean, there's those, but that's not really what we want. I think he's going to have to come in and put on a set of soft tyres, potentially, so... Yeah.
And McLaren with a great overtake.
That's interesting. But Piastri up to third. And McLaren looking very, very good indeed. Norris, no more pit stops for him. On fresher hard tyres, then everybody else should be able to pull away. Can Piastri reach Daniel Ricciardo? I suppose what Piastri could do is put on another set of hard tyres. That would suffice. That'd probably be quicker than the other option. Hang on, not that one. Let's have a little look at this. If we were to edit this and go hards, but would be better. Yeah, I don't think we could get softs to last that long, so I think it's going to be hards that he goes on to, which is a shame. Don't really know what... Oh, somebody's locked up. It's one of the... I think it's Stroll, but it's okay.
Let's see what happened there. Now look at this.
Yeah.
It was the AlphaTauri
He
driver.
managed
They've
to stop.
taken that far too wide.
Yeah, that could have been a
Big
disaster.
lock up there.
Still doing a great job. Piastri down, closing in on Daniel Ricciardo. So yeah, we're in a tricky position here. But let's zoom it forwards. I think Piastri's about to steal the march on Daniel Ricciardo. Yeah, here we go. I'm going to tell him to deploy his energy here. And hopefully he will get ahead.
McLaren gain a position.
By more than a second. Now then. I don't think he is going to be more than a second ahead now. He's already half a second ahead. Can he now increase that gap?
We need a charge here.
No. So we might have just put Piastri in a little bit of trouble here. But this is very, very nice. It's a 1-2 for McLaren. Well, there goes Daniel Ricciardo having a look down the inside. Piastri's going to defend valiantly here. That's exactly what you'd expect. And then Ricciardo is going to get position, I think.
Copy.
Who's going to have DRS here? Well, not Piastri. It's going to allow Russell to potentially get past here. As I said, we left him vulnerable by leaving him without ERS.
Position gained for Alfa Romeo.
Deployment. So I'm just going to have to be a little bit careful. Just need to build him up a little bit again. He should be absolutely fine. Well, we had a brief yellow flag period there.
Someone's run wide.
Sebastian Vettel again. Let's try and coast up to the back of those guys. Maybe have another go at them fairly soon. But yeah, Norris 5 seconds ahead at the front of this race. I don't see how Norris loses this from here unless there's a safety car or a big mistake from him. He's doing a great job. He's got 18 more laps to do this. Now then, Piastri. He's the interesting one here. Now he's got at least another lap after this one before he's going to be asked to come into the pits. And, well, that's good side-by-side action there with Daniel. But he's probably not going to manage it just yet. A new fastest lap for Lando Norris. Where's that come from? Well, a 1:28.8. It's very, very impressive. And this is going to be the lap for Oscar Piastri to come in and get on those hard tyres.
Box, pick of them.
It's going to be uber aggressive from now until the end of the Grand Prix. Now, where's he going to come back out? Is he going to come back out in front of Leclerc? Probably not. But the problem is, for Piastri, these tyres will not last 17 laps. He doesn't really want to be in traffic, but then again, I look at the
We're happy to let these tyres cool a bit.
look at the tyres of the other guys, and you know, they pitted fairly early to do a one-stop. What, Max Verstappen is having a little look, isn't he? Goodness me, he's right in the slipstream of Piastri. Let's hop on board with him. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Piastri. They just seemed to miss out there. It doesn't really matter though, because Piastri's coming into the pits now.
Yeah, confirm.
So this is...
So use pit limiter, pit limiter.
This is where it all comes down to the work in the pit stop. Yeah, some other people are coming in, so we've got some more two-stoppers in the pit lane. And there you go, Piastri is out now. On brand new hard tyres. Let's see how far he can go. We'll probably just go aggressive for now.
Drop back a bit.
And attack a little bit towards the end of the race. But Lando Norris, things are coming up very nicely for him. Nearly a 10-second lead at the front of this race for the championship contender. And in fact, if he does win this Grand Prix, if it stays how it is, he is going to take the lead of the Drivers' Championship at his home race, which would be absolutely amazing. Oscar Piastri puts in the fastest lap. Let's keep pushing with that. So, some yellow flags. No yellow no safety car. Not a yellow car. Yeah, Piastri is going to have to do something very, very special if he is to pull this off. He's not actually lapping that much quicker than his teammate at this stage. I think pop him onto balance. There's no need to push Lando Norris any more than we need to. He's got this in the bag. And then Bottas and Hamilton have had a pretty long battle. It looks like Oscar Piastri is going to arrive on the scene here. So I think overtake mode. That's definitely going to come on here. With fresher tyres, you'd expect Piastri should make light work of this. Might even have a look into Maggots and Beckett's here. This would be quite a bold overtake, but it looks like that's exactly what he's going to do. What a move from Oscar Piastri. That was awesome. And now in the slipstream of Hamilton.
That's it.
And he is through. That was truly awesome from Oscar.
And McLaren,
Well, into the top 10 now. And has fastest lap. And now needs to push on. Try and catch that Ferrari up ahead. Preferably before the DRS zone. He doesn't want to fall back behind Lewis Hamilton. It's just over a second, I think. Yeah, a bit unlucky, but I think he's far enough ahead of the two behind now, just through superior grip. Yeah. Should have Leclerc here fairly easily. was a pretty straightforward overtake for
McLaren
Oscar.
in a position.
And he is closing in on the guys up ahead at a decent rate, but I think he might run out of laps is the problem. Lando Norris is dominating this British Grand Prix. Now then, it's gonna have to use some extra assistance to get through all of these quickly. So yeah, that's a pretty good overtake on Ocon. Shouldn't be long before he's past the other guys as well. I think Ocon will be the hardest to overtake. Sainz is probably the next hardest. And it looks like the one-stopper is going to prevail. I don't think Piastri's got enough laps to go and chase the other guys unless he can get past one or two of them here. Well, that's one. That's Magnussen. That's pretty decent. Well, let's see what happens here. Yeah, he's going to get past Albon, sorry. He's having a little look at Sainz. Should, of course, have DRS. And that will be a pretty easy overtake on the straight. So he's back up to P5, which of course is pretty much where we thought he might finish.
5 laps to go.
We said he had the potential of a podium. So let's see what he can do in these next few laps. He needs to push hard and catch the group ahead. We've got yellow flags, but I don't think it was anything
We've just had a spin.
to particularly worry about. Now, 3 laps to go. Piastri is closing in on them, but I think he's going to run out of time here. Might have to harvest some energy.
We just need to charge up.
Copy.
If he can get within...
2 laps to go.
If he can get within a second for the final lap, he'll give it a good go. I'm pretty baffled that he's made it this far. So 2 laps to go here for Oscar Piastri. Let's stay on board with him. He's constantly closing in now. What's the tyre life of those guys like? Oh, it's 30%. I mean, this is on. This is on. Look at them. They are struggling around. Norris is going to absolutely win this race. Russell and Ricciardo are battling for second. Verstappen, I don't think, has got enough to stay with them. We have harvested this pretty beautifully. We're within a second, and it's going to be last lap drama here at Great Britain. Can we get a 1-2 for McLaren? What a result that would be at our home Grand Prix. Oscar Piastri is chasing after them. The question is, do we harvest a little bit more and then full deploy the last lap?
This is the last lap.
Lando Norris leads on the final lap of this Grand Prix. Right, there we go. now fully harvested.
Use energy if you
He's
need
going to
it.
use all of his
Copy.
ERS, on this final lap. He should get Max Verstappen here fairly early on. Oscar Piastri, come on. Oh, he bottled it a little bit there. But we're on the final lap of this Grand Prix. Can Oscar Piastri get a good exit here? This looks like a good angle. DRS enabled, ERS being used. He's going to go down the inside of Max Verstappen. He is through. Right, into overtake mode. Can he get Ricciardo? He's going to have a look up in the cups. What a move this is. Piastri's up into third. Now then, George Russell is the only thing standing between Oscar Piastri and second place in this Grand Prix. They come through Maggots and Beckett's. He's going to have DRS. He's going to have the final bit of his ERS as Lando Norris comes round the final corner. He is going to win here in Great Britain. Great result for him. Can Piastri do it? I don't know.
Lovely.
We are on board. It's going to be a drag race up to the line. But who's it going to be that wins it? Is it going to be Russell? Is it going to be Piastri? It's going to be Russell. Russell finishes second. Piastri finishes third. But what a British Grand Prix that was. Fantastic work from everybody in the team. Oh, that was a great episode. A great result. And Lando Norris will be taking the lead of the Drivers' Championship. Absolutely fantastic. That was awesome. Really, really enjoyed that. Oh. Wow, Piastri. I mean, we'll never know whether harvesting that little bit of extra has made all the difference there. But the two-stop strategy certainly worked out for Oscar. You know, finishing in third place is a very, very good achievement. And because he was able to be aggressive, he was able to do that. But the plaudits today go to Lando Norris.
Lando Norris can be proud. What a fantastic performance from him. A fantastic result for McLaren there.
That's right, they've made some fine strategic decisions here, and it's brilliant to see them pay off.
At the end of the weekend, it's second place in the constructor standings for them.
Next time, the teams will be forging ahead at full throttle through the Styrian forest. The Austrian Grand Prix is right around the corner.
Well, there you go then. There you go. Lando Norris wins the British Grand Prix. Of course, no podium celebrations because Piastri, an unscanned driver, finished in third. Shame that he can't stand up there with just his helmet on, but it is what it is. George Russell finishes a brilliant second, really. What a weekend for him. And Oscar Piastri finishes in third, getting his second podium of the season. Daniel Ricciardo finishes fourth for Alfa Romeo. What a weekend he had for that team. Max Verstappen finishes in fifth. Very good result for him. Alex Albon, an excellent double really for Alfa Romeo. He finishes in sixth ahead of Carlos Sainz in seventh, Magnussen eighth, Ocon ninth, and Leclerc 10th. Lewis Hamilton finishes outside the points, and Sebastian Vettel gets fastest lap from 17th place. In the Drivers' Championship then, and it is Lando Norris who has taken the lead, 5 points ahead of Carlos Sainz there in second. Max Verstappen now up to third ahead of Lewis Hamilton, who seems to be having another one of his ruts of form this season. Magnussen and Vettel very consistent, but are only 5th and 6th for a very quick Alpine team. Charles Leclerc doing his best for Ferrari, while his teammate Sergio Perez down in 14th. Daniel Ricciardo is 8th, Piastri 9th now, and George Russell into the top 10. Into the constructors then, Aston Martin leading the way. They're still around about 50 points ahead of us in second place, but with our second victory of the season and our fourth podium performance, Alpine are dropped now to third place. Red Bull are currently fourth, Ferrari are fifth, only just ahead of Alfa Romeo and Mercedes. So then, any dev points for Norris? Yes, he gets one. What about Piastri? What a race he had. He gets one as well. And Logan Sargent had a bit of time in the practice car for Piastri. No dev points for him though. 6.7 million made from the sponsors at this Grand Prix, meaning £5.7 million in profit going towards our development, and our new front wing has been completed, and that will be on the car ready for the next Grand Prix in Austria, which is always a dramatic one as we reach the halfway stage in this season, and Lando Norris still in with a chance of winning his first Drivers' World Championship. If you have enjoyed that, then give it a big thumbs up down below, subscribe for plenty more F1 Manager videos, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.